A group of college students set out on a retreat, eager for adventure and escape from their routines. Their charter bus suddenly sputtered and broke down on a desolate road just outside an old abandoned town. The sky darkened as clouds gathered, casting an eerie shadow over the deserted streets and decaying buildings. They tried to call for help, but their cell phones had no signal amidst the oppressive silence. As they stepped out of the bus, a chilling breeze swept through, carrying whispers that seemed to come from nowhere. One of the students, Lisa, shivered and suggested they stay together and explore their surroundings soberly. They wandered into the town, its buildings abandoned and covered in graffiti, the windows like dark, hollow eyes. Suddenly, a distant bell tolled, echoing through the empty streets with a haunting resonance. They felt their heartbeat quicken as they heard faint footsteps crunching on the broken pavement behind them. From the shadows, a figure emerged, cloaked and featureless, its presence radiating malevolence and despair. The students froze in terror, eyes wide as the figure silently beckoned them to follow. Despite their fear, curiosity pushed them forward, drawn to the darkness that seemed to beckon with sinister allure. They entered a decrepit building where strange symbols were etched on the walls in what looked like dried blood. Suddenly, a loud thud echoed from upstairs, and they hesitated, unsure if they should investigate or flee. One brave student, Mark, whispered, "We need to find a way out of here," and led the group toward the back exit. As they hurried outside, a ghostly figure appeared in the mist, its eyes hollow and filled with endless sorrow. They stumbled into a narrow alley where flickering lights revealed a faded sign that read, "The Last Sanctuary." Inside, an old man with sagging cheeks sat motionless behind a counter, eyes glowing with an unnatural light. He spoke in a raspy voice, "You shouldn't be here," warning them with words dripping with dread. Suddenly, the door slammed shut, sealing them inside with the unsettling stranger and the shadows that lurked within. The students tried to leave, but the doorway was now a solid wall, as if time itself had warped around them. Terrified, they looked for another way out, but the room shifted and changed, maze-like, trapping them deeper inside. Whispers filled the air again, this time clearer and louder, shouting secrets from forgotten times. One student, Sarah, clutched her head and yelled, "This place is cursed! We have to escape!" Yet every door they opened led back to the same room, as if the town was a trap designed to hold them forever. Suddenly, the old man raised a trembling hand and pointed at a wall covered in cryptic symbols shimmering in an unnatural light. One of the students, Jack, examined the symbols and realized they were some sort of dark ritual, a gateway to another realm. Realization dawned on them that this town was inhabited by spirits, lost souls, tethered to a sinister curse. A terrifying thought gripped them. They had wandered into a nexus of the supernatural, beyond their comprehension. The whispers grew louder, transforming into screams that echoed through their minds and chilled their bones. Panicked, they scrambled to find a way out before the curse consumed them fully and forever trapped them in darkness. Suddenly, the old man's face twisted into a ghastly grin, and he said, "You are not meant to leave." The group's sense of hope waned as shadows began to crawl along the walls, reaching out like grasping hands. Then, out of nowhere, the bus's horn sounded loudly, breaking the night's oppressive silence and startling them all. In a flash, the town and its horrors dissolved into dust, revealing the empty, silent road once again. They stared in disbelief, realizing the bus had somehow been repaired and help had arrived unexpectedly. As they drove away, a final glance back showed the ghostly town shimmer and disappear into the mist, leaving behind only silence and shadows. They never spoke of what they saw, but every so often, late at night, they heard distant bells tolling mysteriously. The experience haunted them forever. a chilling reminder that some places are better left untouched. And in their dreams, the shadowy figure sometimes appeared, beckoning once more from the depths of forgotten darkness. Many years later, new travelers reported seeing the faint glow of abandoned streets and hearing ghostly whispers at night. The legend of the haunted town persisted, a story passed down as a warning and a whisper of the unknown. They learned that some mysteries are dangerous to uncover, and some stories are better left untold.